Hi, I'm Amanda Cordero, and this is my creative critical reflection of my magazine. My project uses and challenges genre conventions by the extensive research I've done to create my magazine. To begin, these three magazines, Vanity Fair, Vogue, and Women's Health, gave me major inspiration for my overall magazine, Simply Beautiful. In my research, I saw that the masthead of these magazines were on the very top and covering the magazine left to right. So I decided that for my magazine as well. But that's not the only inspiration I got from them. The main cover lines of my magazines were Retro Chic, which is the main article for my feature spread, and the sub-headline to make the audience want to know more and purchase my magazine was Friday Night Fashion, to indulge the audience into my magazine. I gained innovation from these three magazines by the fonts they use, the size of their main cover line to their sub-headline, the position of their cover models, and the color scheme. All three have in common the simplicity of their images, yet some, like Vogue, kept their magazine cover simple with not too many headlines, unlike Vanity Fair and Women's Health that had many articles featured on their cover. I took my inspiration from Vogue to keep my magazine simply beautiful, to express how a pretty picture with a few headlines could lead to something picture perfect. But mostly, I didn't want to overwhelm my magazine cover with too many headlines to keep my audience in awe and keep suspicions. Although all three had long shots of the models, I decided for my magazine to have a mid shot of my model to represent the simplicity in pictures taken and edited to have a brighter color, but not anything else, therefore demonstrating the model's true tone and skin exemplified, but not edited. As you can see, my table of contents has a larger number indicated at the page, indicating the page number of the article with a subheading of what an article is about, which was inspired by the Vanity Fair's table of contents, since theirs is similar, yet it is placed differently using different fonts, as you can see here. Now, unlike the other two magazines that only had one overall image in the TOC heading their articles, I saw how the images were placed in the magazines, but I preferred to place more than one image on my TOC representing the feature spread. I wanted to keep an organized and well-balanced table, so I only placed a few articles that would be found in the magazine and most intriguing for the audience. For my own twist, I wanted to place an image in the center of the page to further represent the feature spread topic of retro chic. Moreover, my feature spread, I would say, is a combination of all the other three magazines I researched in these images. The setup of these three magazines all inspired me to vary the placement of the pictures in the feature spread. Most of these magazines did have images that were full-paged or even two-paged, and the writing that was all on one page, but I preferred not to go that way to keep my audience intrigued by giving them visuals of article topics. My magazines represent social groups through the beauty culture. My image for this magazine was to give my audience a peek at a fashion trends are about during 2019 and the upcoming year. I told my models to pick some pieces that were trendy yet chic that could be worn in a variety of places. I wanted my magazine to show diversity, therefore choosing my friends that showed the most character and personality. They gave off a great sense of fashion along with a vibe that the audience can relate to. My second model, just like my first model, also gave my magazine a sense of diversity and exemplifying furthermore how my magazine can relate to my audiences in the beauty culture. I wanted my magazine to be simple, yet full of color. That's why my models have colorful outfits, and the main model in the cover always has something red that represents the vibrant essence of the strong, confident women. My magazine represents social issues by empowering anyone that My magazine represents social issues by empowering anyone that reads it. In my headlines and feature spreads, the articles are about the empowerment of women through fashion and how fashion can be a way to express yourself. Additionally, it will talk about how to gain confidence through fashion and how to be comfortable with your own skin and clothes. The title of my magazine is The Whole Image, and the subheadline on the left is the main topic of the article that is mentioned on the TOC and feature spread. My magazine engages with audiences with a eye-catching subheading that will make the audiences want to see what is within the article presented on the right side of the cover. The table of contents and a little banner in the feature spread that will make my audience intrigued. My audience will be able to receive the magazines available online, in stores, and throughout social media. My development skills throughout my project have improved in a progressive, major way. From not being able to take pictures very well to being able to find the perfect angle and placement of the model in the right position to get the best shot, I have used Photoshop. I have never used Photoshop before, but the images in the before and after demonstrates how my progress has helped me. How I made the colors more vibrant and give the sense of excitement and confidence. The progress I made from the beginning of this project to the final product showed me a lot, not only development skills, but also presentation skills, time management skills, sociable skills, and many more. I spoke with my models before the shoot to discuss the magazine's fashion trends that would be represented in the magazine and some inspiring images along with them. For the most part, I use Blogger and Canva to help my magazine make it possible to demonstrate the process. I use Photoshop to edit the pictures taken from my iPhone XR and the camera Canon Rebel SL1 EOS, use Canva for my placement of an actual magazine, and Blogger to document the process of my magazine and my research experience. Of course, I had some issues like Blogger wasn't able to function during school time, so I had to wait till I got home to do work, and I wasn't able to use InDesign, so I improvised and used Canva instead. But throughout the whole process, I learned and progressed. Now I am a better student with skills that will stick with me throughout my whole career. Thank you.